The Martial Arts Pledge, Part 1. To set positive goals and strive to achieve them. What am I talking about, and how does this apply to business? And why is this a part of today's Intention Monday? Hey, my name is Rishi Patel. I'm the founder of Selling in Alignment, where I work with coaches and consultants to reprice and package their services so they can discover and live their bigger purpose. And today I'm talking about something I'm incredibly passionate about, which is the martial art that I train and how the concepts from that can really apply into everyday life. First of all, what is martial arts? I talk about martial arts and martial arts training, martial arts principles, and now the martial arts pledge. I'm going to be talking about it quite a bit, and I have talked about it quite a bit. But to create context, what is a martial art? A martial art, in essence, is a form of combat, a form of self-defense training, a way of using the mind and the body to really be able to defend oneself in a given situation. And that's how the media portrays martial arts. If you look at any action movie that has martial arts in it, perhaps with Bruce Lee, or perhaps with Jean-Claude Van Damme, or someone like that, what you'll see is a lot of fighting, a lot of aggression, a lot of blood, a lot of violence most of the time. And that's how martial arts is portrayed in some forms of media. Martial arts actually is very much beyond that. And it's really a system of meditation, in my opinion, a system of meditation in which you can really experience your unlimited level of potential. It's a way of the body being able to move in a perfect synchronized balance through hands, through feet, through the art of real movement, in order to be able to experience oneness, in order to be able to experience your unlimited potential. So that's my view of what martial arts is. And now, how does the pledge from Choi Kwang Do, which is the martial art that I study, apply into everyday business and life? The first line of the pledge, so first of all, the pledge has 5 lines inside of it. And so the Choi Kwang Do pledge is to set positive goals and strive to achieve them, to apply self-discipline to further my personal development, to stand for justice and honor my word, to promote friendly relationships among all people, and to use what I learn in class in a constructive manner. And so this is the 5 lines of the martial arts pledge, of the Choi Kwang Do pledge. And what I'm going to do is 1 week at a time is dissect each line and really apply it into the world of business. So today's line is to set positive goals and strive to achieve them. Now, before we even talk about goals, and especially, in the early part of the year, there's always a lot of conversation around goal setting. I'm really intrigued as to how anyone would even define, first of all, what a goal is. And it's really interesting to hear people's definition of a goal. The definition of a goal from the ancient Eastern scriptures, from the sacred texts of the Vedas and Vedanta, they have a very specific definition for goals. So my first question, before I even give you my definition of the goal and the goal from the definition from the scriptures, my first question to you is, how would you define a goal? And how would you define the difference between a goal and a desire? Right? So what would you even say is the difference between a goal and a desire? So a lot of people find that really difficult to even comprehend or even answer. And it is actually a very difficult question to actually give a clear answer to, because somewhere along the line, goals and desires tend to cross over. And so what I'm going to do, even before I talk about how we can set positive goals and then strive to achieve them, the first line of the martial arts pledge, I'm going to actually go ahead and define a goal. And I challenge you to find a better definition of a goal than this. So first of all, what is a goal and how is it different from a desire? A desire, from my perspective and from the perspective of the scriptures from ancient India, are this ideology of something that you want to obtain that will enhance your own good or your own well-being. And there's nothing wrong with that. And a desire is something that is geared towards how we can enhance our own well-being or make a progress for ourselves in a context of just bettering ourselves. And so that's what a desire is. And so an example of a desire and not a goal would be a financial figure that you want to achieve for, so let's say 2024. Let's say, for example, you wanted to achieve an income of £150,000 at the end of 2024. That would be the definition of a desire, not a goal. So then what's a goal? I hear you asking. And what's the difference then between a desire and a goal? Another desire would be something to say along the lines of, I want to achieve a perfectly defined physique, right? So I want to get into better health and wellness. I want to, as a man, get into single-digit fat mass percentage or something like that, right? That would be a desire. That would be something for ourselves. So what is a goal? A goal is something that brings about unity for a greater number of people than just yourself. So a goal is something that strives to create oneness for a larger number of people. So by that definition, a goal could be, I want to serve 300,000 children in India through having them have better education in the world. And interestingly, Selling in Alignment has always played a game every year to serve a certain number of children in India with who are underprivileged to have them experience better education, right? That would be the definition of a goal. Why is that a goal and not a desire? Because it's for the greater good of more people than just yourself. So what we're doing here is we're really taking the onus away from ourselves, from what we're saying a goal is a personal goal, and making the definition of a goal into something that is incredibly powerful and brings about the unity or the greater good of more than one person. So that's what a goal is, first of all. Now, how can we really create goals? Well, first of all, we can use context such as SMART goals. And we want to set positive goals. So a positive goal would be a way of something us enhancing the greater good of many more people. Now, if I set a SMART goal to say that I'd like to serve 300,000 children in India, that may not necessarily be realistic. So it doesn't satisfy the R inside of SMART. So we need to set goals that are realistic and goals that are time-based. A goal without a timeline is just a dream, right? So we need to put timelines on goals. And our mind works in a really powerful, very specific way when we create goals with a timeline. The subconscious mind gets to work and starts working on those goals. So we can use SMART goals. And then we really want to share one of the principles of Choi Kwang Do here, which is perseverance. You may not achieve your goal straight away. You may not even achieve your goal in the year itself, right? There may be something that comes up for you around, I did my best and, I only served 50,000 children and I wanted to serve 300,000. So we reset, right? We can reset the goal. Next year we play a new game. And we may be needing to make the target a little bit more realistic. We may need to make it more specific. We need to make it measurable, right? And so this goal of serving, let's say, as an example, 300,000 children is specific, it's measurable. It may not necessarily be achievable, so we may need to look at that as a metric. It may not necessarily be realistic, but it is time-based, right? Because we want to do that inside of a calendar year. So we want to look at this framework of SMART and set goals according to that, but goals and not desires. And that's the key difference that I want to really drive home today. And so other goals can be creating something else for a greater good. It doesn't necessarily need to be children in another country. It may even just be for your immediate family, right? It may just be that you have a goal that you want to provide an amazing lifestyle for your children. That would be also a goal. Why is that a goal? Because it's also for the greater good. It's not just for yourself. So remember, a goal for yourself we'll call a desire and not a goal. And a goal for others that brings others together, brings about greater amount of unity, we'll call that a goal. And that's really the power. So what I want you to do is really have a think about what's the goal for the week, right? And it may be that the goal for the week is a desire. And that's okay as well. What I want to do is just really bring about this metric that we can really create goals that are actually goals and strive to achieve them. And that's the first line of the Choi Kwang Do pledge that I really love and wanted to talk about for such a long time. So privileged that I've got people listening into this and just really taking stuff away from it. Let me know what you get from Intention Monday today. My name's Rishi Patel. I'm the founder of Selling in Alignment, where I work with coaches and consultants to reprice and package their services to discover and live their purpose. Until the next time, keep selling in alignment.